My new book is here. So this is the new latest copy of my new book, my newly published book. Yes, there we go. And it is for all you single people out there who would love to date, and I mean date properly. So I wrote this book. Yes, it's called The Power of Dating Slow. Yes, The Power of Slow Dating by Alayla Carroll. And I'm going to read the back for you, okay? So it says, what if the reason you keep dating the wrong person is that you're moving too fast to truly see who they are, all right? We all done that. I know I've done it so many times. That's why I wrote this book, to help you guys to stop doing it. And it also says, in The Power of Slow Dating, author Alayla Carroll, developer of powerful and eye-opening guide to help people break unhealthy dating patterns. What it does, it involves emotional traps. So, to keep you from being in these emotional traps, I am going to teach you how to actually spot them so early that you won't even get caught up in that, okay? And it also goes on to say, and to stop falling in love with potential rather than reality. Too many of us, we fall in love with potential because we see something in a person and we like, they got the potential to be what we think they are supposed to become. And the reality of the situation is that we see the truth, but we overlook it and we don't want to actually go for it. We want to always go off our imagination, the what ifs, instead of the what is, okay? Then it also goes on to say, this transformative book takes readers on a journey through intentional dating, teaching them to recognize red flags, detect manipulation, protect their peace, and build relationships rooted in clarity, wisdom, and emotional safety rather than loneliness and lust. The biggest thing that we are always choosing from. The reason why we choose our mate is because we're lonely, and or because we are so super attracted to them sexually and we just want to be with them. That is the wrong reason why you're dating who you are with, and that's why you find yourself in so much problems, okay? So, and it also goes on to say, inside this book, you will discover why does rushing intimacy clouds judgment, how to identify toxic behavior early. Yes, toxic behaviors early. You need to identify that very fast. The danger of ignoring intuition, because we all have intuition, male and female. We all have it, okay? It's there to protect us. Why emotional maturity matters more than chemistry. You know, most people go on to say, do y'all have chemistry? Bump that. You can get chemistry along the way, all right? Especially when you get to know them more, because chemistry, it fades when you find out something about a person that is actually disgusting you. So I don't care how good you look on the outside, it's what's going on the inside. So when we was younger, we always heard people say, you are supposed to like what's on the inside of a person, not what they look like. You judge people from the inside. That is actually true, because it helps you to develop real connection with a person. Then it also goes on to say how family, finances, and lifestyle compatibility affects relationships. So I teach you guys about when to introduce to your family members and when to meet theirs and what to look for when you are around them. So that way you can get the insight of who you actually are dating way faster than spending 6 months with your partner and haven't met any family members yet. And then you meet the family member and then you find out that you actually are with the wrong person. Yes, this person might be nice to you by yourself, but how is this person when they're around their family? How do their family members treat you? How do they treat them? Because for real, a lot of our family treat us way different than what you are going to see when you just meeting them on the outside world, okay? So that's why it's important, all right? And I'm not talking about when they meet your children. I'm talking about family members like your brothers, your sisters, your mom, your dad, your cousins. That's what I'm talking about. Best friends. And not just only friends, because friends always have their friends back. That doesn't help. But family members, they tell it. They will tell it. And they don't tell it just by blurting it out about, oh, do you know you're dating a bum? No, that some of them might do that, but not many. What they do, they say indirect things like, you sure you want to be dating this person? Like for me, I remember when I met when I was married to my second husband. He's deceased now, but when I was married to him, when I got a chance to meet some of his other relatives, one of them blurted out something to me that it stuck with me, and I was like, I really wish that I would have heard this before I married him, but it was too late because I met the family a little down the line when I should have met them before I got married, because they opened up to me on a lot of things that I really wish I would have heard before. So anyway, it's neither here nor there because he's gone now. So anyway, but hey, I did learn a lot from their marriage, and I was able to put it in this book and give you guys some insight as well. Okay, so, and it also goes on to say the truth about soul ties. So I teach you about soul ties and emotional attachments, because soul ties are real, you guys. You might not think it is. It is. Have you ever found yourself trying to get rid of somebody? And I'm talking about you broke up with them or they broke up with you, but you can't get them out of your head. You can't get them out of your mind. And for those of you who are sexually active, and hey, this is how you get the soul tie, through intercourse, through sex. So if this person has all these baggages going on with them, what end up happening is that they dumping it inside of you. Their spirit is connecting with your spirit, and someone is getting tainted, like literally. Someone is getting tainted, and it's usually the one who has the good spirit. That bad spirit is overriding that good spirit, and it's making you feel like you need that person in your life when you absolutely don't need them. And I teach you how to break soul ties and emotional attachment. So it also goes on to say why waiting for sex can protect your clarity in your future. How to know whether to commit or to walk away. So I teach you when to do that. And you got to understand that this is a active book. That means that's why it's so thick. You see how thick it is? Because this is not something that you just read and you get the information and you're done. No, each chapter, it gives you an assignment to do. Basically, you have to do the assignment to know. And this is when you are starting to date someone. So you meet somebody and you're like, oh, I like this person. And they're like, okay, can I take you out? That's your first date. Now you're gonna have to ask important questions on that first date to get to know if you two should even be talking to each other, or you wasted each other's time. And you get that information on the first date. And I give you questions in this book what to ask. And then there's reflection questions at the end of each chapter to give you the opportunity to go back and think about the date properly and analyze it and say, you know, this I need to find out more about, or I wasn't too happy with certain vibes I was getting. I wasn't really comfortable, and then you can move on, and then you can find another date or whatever. But I take you on a journey that can help you all the way through to even know if the person that you're going to be with is even marriage material, someone you want to be married to. So anyways, my son coming home from school. So anyways, so also it goes on to say this is filled with real life experiences, reflection questions, dating wisdom, and practical guidance. The Power of Slow Dating. It challenged readers to stop settling for temporary feelings and start choosing relationships that brings peace, purpose, stability, and emotional health. That is one of the main things that us women always say when we want when we say, who is the type of guy that you're looking for? What is your dream guy, whatever? And we always say stability. Well, yes, you can be stable financially, but are you stable mentally? And that's why this book is here. Are you stable emotionally? Because those really matter. You can have all the money in the world, but if you are not mentally stable, emotionally stable, you're going to want to run to the hills. And most of the time, if you're the type of person who don't really have a lot, you're not well endowed when it comes financially, you're not sticking around in those relationships. And you find yourself so unhappy. And not only unhappy, you find yourself regretting that you ever met the person. Well, that's why this book has been written, to help you not feel that way. All right. And lastly, it goes on to say, this is not just a dating book. It's a survival guide for your heart. If you are tired of heartbreak, confusion, wasted years, and emotionally unhealthy relationships, this book will help you slow down long enough to finally choose wisely. So get your copy of this book. You can get it off of my website, imagingcoaching.com/books, or you can just go to amazon.com. You can type in my name, Alayla Carroll. You can see how it's spelled here. See how it's spelled? And then it's spelled Alayla Carroll. That's Alaila, Carroll, with 2 R's and 2 L's. And you can pick up a copy of this book. Yes, you can pick up a copy. And then put the title, The Power of Slow Dating. Or are you tired of dating the wrong person? Yes, I'm actually excited. I didn't sold plenty copies so far, but it's also for those of you who have problems seeing, like me. The words are very large. So this is large print. It's in large print. For those of you who say, I need my glasses. Well, you don't even have to have glasses to read these words. But, hey. So this is segment 7. It says, trust the energy, not just the conversation. So I want to read a little bit of that just because I feel like I should let you see what's in the inside of it and everything. So it says, trust the energy, not just the conversation. So it goes on to say, sometimes everything sounds good on paper, but something still feels off. Pay attention to how you feel around the person. Ask yourself, Do I feel calm or anxious? Do I feel pressured or respected? Do I feel safe being myself? Do I leave feeling clear or confused? Your body often recognizes what your emotions are still trying to understand. Peace matters. So, I talked to you guys about learning to listen to your body, learning to listen to your intuition. Stop ignoring that and stop saying, something told me, but I just didn't listen. Something told me. Well, that's your intuition, that's discernment, that's what that is. And I teach you about that, all right? So I have a lot of questions in here that you ask, or that you will ask on your first date. And it goes on to even teach you about when you have been with someone for a long time and y'all are talking about marriage. Go through all 4 seasons with that person, and it's not talking about the weather, or winter, spring, fall weather. No, it's talking about emotional seasons. You need to go through all those seasons. What are they like when they're angry? How do they handle their anger? What is it like when they're sad, when they're grieving, someone passed away or they lost a job or something like that? You need to know how they handle that. Do they go into depression? Those type of things. What are they like when they're happy? Because you might think that happiness is a great time, but sometimes people are happy and they get arrogant. Yeah, they forget about you because they don't need you no more. Yeah, those things. And I also talk about what are they like with the springtime, when something is brand new and things are starting fresh in their lives. How are they including you into their new plans that they have going on in their life? Like, those are things that I teach you, because once you have gotten through all the 4 seasons with that person, you pretty much know that person at this point. Yeah. Now, there's still lots to learn, because you don't know a person 100%. But what I'm saying is, you know them well enough to know if that's your person or not. And that's what I teach in this book, to help you make your decisions properly without doubting. Are you making the right decision or not? Do this person really align with my life? And I also teach you how to not stop your life because you got a new boyfriend. Ladies, we tend to do that a lot. So this book is for both male and female. It's not a woman's book. This is a person's book. This is for you who needs it. Thank you for listening. I'm Alayla Carroll. I also have many other books that I have written. Oh, that's my husband calling me. Ow.